Hello, my beautiful little Libras. Welcome back, dragons. Or if you are new here, hello, my name is Violetta Alexis, and I'm a professional tarot reader and studying to become a professional Western astrologer. Today, we are going to be taking a look at your December 2023 bonus to see what the tarot cards have in store for you. And also make sure that you're checking for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placement so that way you can get a full picture of what's going on. I do want to let the dragons know, you guys, if you're already subscribed, go ahead and unsubscribe and resubscribe because some people are not getting notified when I go live and it may be a glitch, is what YouTube told me. Also, make sure that you guys have the little notification bell clicked on so that way you guys can definitely get notified every time that I go live or every time I post a video. Make sure that you also like the video as it supports my channel. Leave a little comment leave a little comment section. Yeah, leave a little comment section, guys. Leave a comment in the comment section below to let me know how you believe that this is playing out for you. And also, if you're not subbed, become a sub. What are you doing, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. Show me Libra for December 2023. The middle, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Could be a little like bored with your circumstances in some kind of way. The Five of Wands in reverse is making me feel like you need to challenge yourself more. There's something you need to challenge yourself with more, or something that you need to involve in your life that needs to be more challenging. The Nine of Swords for November, a little bit of stress in November. The Ace of Wands shows me a beautiful new beginning, something that is incredibly inspiring to you. For some of you, this just represents sex. The King of Pentacles in reverse for what's on your mind. This could be like a fear of somebody using you or somebody that has used you. Excuse me. Let me put these here. All right. Somebody that has used you in some way in the past, maybe someone using you now. Maybe you're wondering that. For some of you, you're just very concerned about your status and your financial situation. The Lovers in reverse. This is kind of telling me that this could be like somebody's using you, For others of you, you're putting the blame on another person when you need to take accountability. This could also be just you, needing to make a decision, but kind of fearful of making it. The Justice in reverse is the advice. I kind of want to like backhand you a little bit. This is your major arcana, okay? So I kind of feel like this is saying like get your shit together. Okay. That's about as plainly as I can put that. And then we have external forces. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse could be a business that needs a little bit of zhuzhing up, or a relationship that does, or a little bit more planning is what I was going to say. And then the Two of Wands comes out. So this is your hopes and or fears. I think that you definitely have a path ahead of you. I think you have a couple paths ahead of you and you're like, okay, well, what do I choose? That's definitely up for discussion, I think, in this reading. I feel like you're going to figure it out. I say just get your head on straight and stop focusing on like the 3D of something and listen to your heart. I hate to make that sound so corny, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. And then right here, we have the High Priestess in reverse for the outcome. So this could be like something being revealed to you in some way. This could also be you not exploring your full potential like you need to. Which I kind of feel like we already saw that with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords and the Six of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is you. I like that the Queen of Swords is showing up because it's kind of like solidifying something for you, I feel. She's coming up. She's representing you. The Queen of Swords is somebody who has definitely had to learn a lot through some trials and tribulations. And that's why she's such kind of like a hardcore bitch now, right? She's like, hey, that ain't happening again. So I think that there's something that may be possibly like pulling you back into an old mentality, maybe maybe something or someone that maybe you've blocked out, but I feel like your head's on straight, or at least it will be in the month of December. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. So we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse crossed by the Five of Wands in reverse, which is the first thing that I'm obviously going to look at because this is your energy and your challenge. The Ten of Swords in reverse with the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Cups in reverse. Well, this is interesting to me. So I kind of feel like I want to say, don't listen to what other people have to say. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to your CPA or listen to somebody that actually has the best for you in mind. But what I am saying is when you have an idea or you have something substantial that you can actually start, but you have like the naysayers are like, okay, well, let's hope you can maintain it, right? Without actually offering any solid advice. I don't want to say throw it away, but listen to your own guidance when it comes to things like that, because we don't know how people are like when it comes to their vibration, or what they're thinking, or where their own head's at in their own life. And so this could be somebody who's like a hater, somebody who's hating on you, somebody who's jealous of your success or afraid of your potential or something like that. So I want to say, like, an idea that you have or something that you're putting effort towards, keep on going. Don't listen to the naysayers. With that Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Five of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in reverse, this is like, okay, you've been doing this long enough. Are you not bored? Are you not tired of the same thing every day? Do you need to switch up your routine? Do you need to do something different? Is there something that you can implement in your routine or take away from your routine that could actually switch things up for you, or that could make something more challenging? Even if it's like a workout routine, right? It's like if we go in there and we just go on the treadmill and we do our daily 20 minutes a day, but we're trying to gain muscle, right? It's like we have to push ourselves. We have to push ourselves into doing something different, so that way we see a difference in our bodies and what we look like. So I kind of want to say, like, change is the key here. Then we have the Nine of Swords, which is what basically occurred in November. The King of Pentacles. Interesting that you have the King of Pentacles in the upright, and now you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Fool. Well, for some of you, you definitely took some kind of leap of faith from your own insecurities. That Nine of Swords to the King of Pentacles, if you're this King of Pentacles energy, whether you're male or female, okay, tarot is not gender specific, and this is a general reading, so keep that in mind. But for a lot of you, there is a big concern around, your status, your place in the world, your business, what you bring to the table, etc. And you can clearly see that there were some insecurities that were kind of driving you, which isn't always a bad thing. I mean, when insecurities drive us, it can we can take that energy and we can utilize it and transmute it into something else that is actually going to work for us, instead of the issue just sitting there on the table and we do absolutely nothing with it. So it's clear to me that you've taken some kind of stress, or you've taken some kind of issue, and that is supposed to change the trajectory for what you're about to do. So, like, even if it's breaking up your routine in some way and changing something in your workout routine, so that way you can gain the muscle that you want and see the actual practical 3D results that you clearly desire. So this is making me feel like there was something going on in the background that you could feel, or you felt like it was an earthquake rumbling under the surface, like something was about to change, but you haven't seen it manifest in the 3D yet. And I think that this is what you're going to be kind of working on in the month of December. So let's take a look. I want to take a look at that Ace of Wands, which is kind of like end of December, beginning of January. Tell me about the this January card, Ace of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Cups and the Hermit in reverse. Okay, the Justice in reverse. So this is basically telling me that there's something that you know that you want based around your character and who you actually are, right? Like, for instance, I used to want to be like a beauty influencer, blah, blah, blah. And maybe I would have been good at it, right? Who knows? But I knew it wasn't authentically me, okay? I might still have fun with it, blah, blah, blah. But for me, inspiring people or writing is, I know, like the soul of me. It's like the creme de la creme within, right? And so I kind of feel like that's you. I think that you have this like creme de la creme of yourself, or an idea of it, like inside of you, like you can feel it. But you may have felt as though you have given your time and your energy to things that weren't really for you, And also, once again, this is going back to, I'm not really seeing 3D results from something. So because you're not seeing some kind of 3D results from something, you're starting brand new. You're starting a new beginning. You're going to do something different, is what I feel. So whatever this was about, a fear of, oh my God, this isn't showing up in the 3D reality, this isn't really showing up in my everyday life, I think that that's going to change. But you needed to feel this energy, right? So if you feel like you have been trying to, let's say you want to be a tarot reader, right? You've been trying to learn all about tarot, and maybe you've put a couple posts out there, Twitter posts about like a reading you did or something, but it's not really making you any money yet. I think that a lot of you guys are going to figure out how to change that, so that way you can make some bread, or so that way you can pay your bills. It can be something like that. Or even if it's love, maybe you've tried to do everything that you could to attract love, but no one's coming in. You will, just give it some time. So then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse for what's going on in your headspace. The Seven of Wands. Well, that's pretty interesting to me, considering that oh, nope, that was another reading. Just forget what I just said. The Magician and the Queen of Wands. Well, you know what? Actually, let me say it. Let me say it, because I shuffled some cards earlier for you and I just wasn't feeling it. And I started recording it and I was like, you know what? No. And the advice was the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. And so that made me feel like Spirit was telling you, don't be a pussy, like you can rise up to meet the competition. You have what it takes. You're just as good as any of them. And I kind of feel like this is what's going on in your mind. Okay, maybe it's not showing up in the 3D reality, but what do I have to do to get there? And so, yeah, you have these thoughts about, oh, you're insecure about your status, or you're insecure about your finances, or you're insecure about your security, right? But the thing is that you're figuring out how to actually make it manifest in reality. You're becoming more confident. You know that you have what it takes. The Magician is all about confidence. He's like, oh no, I have everything on the table. I have everything that I need. And the Queen of Wands is like, okay, then give it to me so I can make a show of it, really. And so I feel like you're about to take something that you really want to ground it into a 3D reality, but then you're gonna make a fucking show of it. That's what it looks like. Then we have the Lovers in reverse for what's going on in your subconscious. The Two of Wands in reverse. Well, that's interesting because we have the Two of Wands in your hopes and or fears. We have the Judgment. We have the Knight of Cups. Well, this is making me feel like for some of you, you have a choice between two lovers, but this could also be that somebody maybe chose someone else over you at some point. That could be something that really haunts you still. Ask yourself why that bothers you, like where that comes from. And obviously, it's a sense of not being chosen, right? We all understand that, but is it coming from a place of, like, for instance, when I haven't been chosen before in the past, I know hard to believe, right? No, I'm just kidding. When I haven't been chosen in the past, I realized that the wound was actually coming from a lack of validation from my parents. And it made me realize that I had to be okay with not being accepted by somebody, or I had to be okay with not being chosen. I had to, not to sound corny, but I had to choose me. I had to choose me and be accept. I had to be I had to accept that not everybody feels the same way as me. Not everybody is always interested in me. Not everybody is going to be able to give me the validation that I so very much crave. But what will give me validation, right? Taking care of myself, doing the things that I love, writing, tarot, working out, playing with my kids, whatever. So I feel like you are just kind of on that journey. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups and the Judgment. For some of you that are in separation from a lover, you could be like wishing that you guys could come back again in some way. But really, I think that Spirit is asking you to take a look at the past for a reason. Because we have that Queen of Swords in reverse and the the Six of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Swords in the upright. And this is for your theme, right? So this is like, okay, you know what happened. It's not resolved between the two of you, but you have to resolve it within yourself now. You have to be smarter. You have to be wiser. You have to bring it up to put it back down in the ground. This is like basically mentally digging something out of the grave just to be like, oh, I see why you need to stay in there, kind of thing. And like, what did you learn from that? So let's go ahead and take a look at your advice, which is the Justice in reverse. Tell me about that Justice. The Hermit in reverse, the Devil, and the Empress in reverse. Yeah, I think that somebody caused you to stub your toe a little bit, is what it looks like. Stub your self worth and self value toe. I think that you have somebody, or you had somebody that maybe made you feel like you were worthless, made you feel like you weren't worth shit, or made you feel like there was only one thing that you were valuable for, whether it was sex, whether it was money, maybe it was status. I mean, who knows? Maybe there are some wounds specifically around a mother that you just, cannot overcome in some way, but you will. Here's Moon in Sagittarius. Maybe some of you got a Moon in Sag, but that Nine of Wands tells me that you can overcome all of your enemies, all of your adversities, all of your obstacles with just a little bit of self-care. Justice in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. Well, This could be like some mental instabilities, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Just because the Hermit in reverse is Mercury. Well, the Hermit is Mercury, but in reverse, this could be like during the Mercury retrograde. So we're definitely rethinking a lot of things during that time. But I feel like this is you rethinking you. And that's something that you need to rethink is literally you. Like, how can you make a different decision this time? How can you switch it up? How can you do something different that's actually going to put you back into alignment? Because it almost feels like you just keep banging away at the same brick wall, but it's like it's not coming down. So it makes me feel like you need to turn your attention to something else, or you need to take what you already have and just infiltrate it and make it different from the inside out. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse for external circumstances. The Two of Cups in reverse. Now, this just looks like a failed relationship for a lot of you. However, I will say that it could feel like some kind of dream that you had, something that was stable before. Could be a relationship, it could be a business. You could feel like disconnected from that thing now. You could feel like, "Ugh, that's not really for me. Like, I don't really understand why I wanted that, or I don't really understand why that person was a thing for me. Like, I understand it, but like, it can't come with me," is what that feels like. And I think with the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Wands in reverse, I think it just doesn't make you feel good, you know? It makes you feel out in the cold. It was like something you were probably holding on to for a really long time, because before the Five of Pentacles comes the Four of Pentacles, right? And then with that Four of Wands in reverse, it just made you feel trapped. It was like this spiritual warfare, or this spiritual bankruptcy in some way. It's like, who the hell wants to feel like that? So it just looks to me like you feel like something or someone no longer understands you and is not really authentic to you. And it's making you feel a little lost. You're realizing, I can't really hold on to this thing anymore if I want to change. So let's take a look at that Two of Wands for your hopes and or fears. The Three of Wands. Well, I love that. The Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so you definitely have like a goal in mind, or I think that you really have an idea of like where you want to go. But keep in mind that, the Two of Wands is this guy usually, and he's depicted holding two wands. Well, there's one wand that's behind him, and that talks about his old path that he once followed. And then he's holding on to another wand, and that is his future. And he's also holding on to the world, which basically means that there's more to explore. And so I think that you know that. I think that you know that there's more to explore. It's like you just have to kind of get your head out of your ass a little bit and be like, okay, what is the next right thing to do? So, for instance, if I'm trying to make chicken parmesan, well, I really am craving chicken parmesan. What do I do? Well, I need to go to the store and get the chicken, and then I need to get the mozzarella, and then I need to get the marinara, and then I need to, so it's like, what is the next right thing that you need to do, basically? And once again, I think that yes, you have a dream, you have a wish, but it's all about grounding it into reality and seeing the physical manifestation of that. So then we have the High Priestess in reverse right here. So let's take a look for your outcome. High Priestess in reverse. The Eight of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Wow. Well, you know what I find interesting is that the theme here is the Queen of Swords, right? The theme here is the Queen of Swords, and she is a hardcore bitch. This is Libra, technically. She is a hardcore bitch. She has been put through the ringer, and she knows who she is now. And she focuses now more on Venusian things. So she focuses more on the material world because she's had a lot of attention in the, in the emotional world. And she's like, yeah, that's not really suiting me anymore. That doesn't mean that you can't have love in your life. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't have love or give love when it comes to your life, but there's something that you have already experienced. And now it's like, okay, we need to shift this. So if you were in a relationship for 5 years and it didn't work out, you're not going to just jump right back into a relationship, right? You're going to be like, no, let me review what the fuck just happened, right? Let me think about this and let me focus on my self-worth and my self-love. And that's exactly what's going to put you back in alignment with you. This is where you begin again. This is your chance. This is where you're able to take a dream, a wish, actually turn it into a practical reality, and then make a fucking show of it. And that's what you're about to do. So, yes, emotions are great. We love that. Absolutely. And I feel like you're always going to operate from a place of that. I think that there's something that you learned when it comes to a relationship, even if that's the relationship that you had or have with your mother or with a friend, whatever it is. But you're realizing that there's something that's kind of blocking your potential a little bit. And I think it's just basically you needing to integrate, most likely, figuring out how to take your emotions and figuring out how to take your logistical mind and combine them and actually make them work for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at your advice. We have exposed. Wow, very interesting. So maybe there was a time when, you gave a lot to your emotions and you did feel exposed. I also think that there's something that you need to expose when it comes to your routine and your day to day and switching things up. There's something here where a seed is being planted, like you're planting a seed in your own mind, or maybe you're actually doing it in the real world and you're just trying to see what manifests. Keep in mind that I also feel like this is about you exposing your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. I really feel like this is about you exposing that to yourself and then the rest of the world. And I think you're going to be able to take it, hone it in, and make a home run with it. So, Libra, thank you so much. You are more than welcome to book a reading with me at violettalexis.com. Make sure you're also following me on Instagram and Twitter. I have lots of goodies on there all the time. And if you have not, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below. And if you guys have not, hit the little notification bell so that way you can get notified every time that I go live or every time I post a video. Libra, thank you so much. I wish the absolute best for you and yours in December 2023, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.